If the center console buttons like the auto hold, drive mode, or the parking button are not working properly or are worn out in your Kia Sportage, replacing them is easy. These buttons are all housed in the EPB switch assembly, which sits in the center console cover. You cannot replace the individual buttons. You will have to replace the entire switch assembly. Before starting, apply the parking brake. Then disconnect the negative terminal of the battery for safety reasons. Place wheel chocks for added safety. Before we can remove the center console upper cover, we will have to remove the gear knob and its boot first. We cannot remove the gear knob while it is in park. We must move it to the neutral position. To do that without starting the engine, remove this small plastic cap labeled as shift lock release near the shifter using a flathead screwdriver. Then press the big white button inside and move the shifter to the neutral position. Before removing the gear knob, you must first release the shift boot. This part can feel a little difficult to remove because it's clipped in very tightly. After trying a few different methods, this one works the best. Take a few plastic trim removal tools and slide them along the side of the boot space. Once they are in position, gently pry upward to release the first set of clips. From there, work your way around the entire boot. As you move along the edges, you will feel each clip pop free, and the boot will start to come up evenly. Once the boot is free from the console, you can remove the gear knob. All you have to do to remove the gear knob is grab it by both hands and pull it upward. The knob is held in place by internal clips, so apply a steady force until it pops free. After removing the gear knob, you can safely remove the center console upper cover, which houses the buttons and EPB switch assembly. Start by getting a firm grip near the armrest area and gently pull upward. The cover is held in place by rotating clips, so work your way around slowly and evenly. You should hear the clips pop free as you lift the panel. Once the cover is loose, lift it carefully just enough to access the main electrical connector attached at the back of the cover. Press the locking tab on the connector and pull it straight out. With the connector disconnected, you can now safely remove the console cover and replace the buttons assembly. Flip the cover and disconnect the wiring harness connected to the back of the buttons assembly. Press the locking tab on the side and pull the connector straight out. Next, carefully move the wiring harness out of the way. The buttons assembly is held in place by 4 screws. Use a Phillips head screwdriver to remove all 4 screws. Then gently lift the assembly straight up and out of the console. Here is a close-up of the EPB switch assembly that houses all the center console buttons. This is the part number for this specific assembly, but keep in mind that the part number may vary depending on your vehicle's trim level or optional features. Now take your new EPB switch and button assembly and carefully place it into the console opening, aligning it precisely with the mounting points where the old unit was installed. Make sure the assembly is seated evenly and sits flush with the surrounding console panel. Then reinstall the 4 screws you removed earlier. Do not over-tighten, as this could crack the plastic housing. Next, reconnect the electrical connector. Push it in until you hear a click. Carefully reroute the harness back to its original position. With the new switch assembly firmly installed, position the cover back over the center console and reconnect the main wiring harness. Align it carefully with its socket. Press it straight in until you hear a click, confirming it's securely locked. Then carefully position the cover back over the console, aligning all the clips on the back of the cover with the mounting points on the console. Press down gently along the edges. You should hear the clips snapping back into place as the cover locks in place. Once the cover is fully seated, check all around the edges to ensure it sits flush with the console and there are no gaps. With the cover in place, you can move on to reinstalling the shift boot and the gear knob. Align the knob with the shifter shaft and push it straight down until it snaps into place. Give it a gentle wiggle to make sure it's fully seated and locked by the internal clips. Next, position the shift boot over the base of the shifter. Press the base evenly into the console, ensuring all retaining clips snap into place and the boot sits flush with the surrounding panel. The reassembly is complete. Move the shifter to park, reconnect the negative battery terminal, then start the engine. Press each button on the console to make sure all of them are working properly. If this video was helpful, give it a like and subscribe to rejoin for more DIY car repair guides. Thanks for watching.